forward to one of the biggest tournaments on the darting calendar.
Yeah, I mean the World Championships obviously that's the biggest one. That's the one everybody aims to win. But as a venue and you know a darting crowd, I think this is by far the best.
You can play against the best players in the world. I suppose that's why I'm here.
I just try to concentrate on what I'm doing. I don't really care about what anybody else is doing. I just try to get on with what you know, focus on my own game.
I've just done what I normally do when we practice and just try and get my head right. That's all you can do.
I think my form's brilliant. I think my form's picking up really good now, so I'm really happy with that, which hasn't been there for probably 18 months or so. So, I mean, like I say, I'm really looking forward to it this week.
It all depends on which Joe Murnan turns up, really. I love the noise, I love the pressure, but it's just, if it happens, it happens.
My hunger's massive, yeah, practicing really hard as well, so, like I say, I'm ready to win.
You've got to, or it's pointless being here. You've got to believe you can win, or it's pointless playing.
What do I know about Joe? Well, I played him a couple of times on the floor. I beat him, I think, both times then. So it's going to be a tough game. I think, you know, he's one of them players. I think if he's on, he's going to be tough.
Adrian Lewis is two-time world champion, amazing player, but you've got to beat the best to be in it, and he's just a stepping stone.
Listen, get money. British dreams come true.
The best in the world.
Oh my word, we are seeing a man who believes he can win.
He has the potential to become the next Phil Taylor.
Yes, Lewis has done it!
What a night to welcome back to the Winter Gardens, Blackpool! The Bet Victor World Matchplay, brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation, and we are live on Sky Sports. Let's meet our players. Ladies and gentlemen, making his debut, would you please welcome Shaggy Joe Murnan! And now, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the two-time back-to-back champion of the world, Jackpot,
Interesting quotes from the two players there. Joe Murnan described Adrian Lewis as a stepping stone, Wayne Marvel.
But yeah, he's quietly confident, and I don't see anything wrong with that. He believes in his ability, and he said it all depends what Joe turns up. And I've got to say, I've mentioned it before about the tour win. The biggest game of his life was the final, and he averaged 99 in that. So he can play when it means something, and I hope he does himself credit tonight, because he's obviously got that inner belief, and that is what you need.
From down the road in Bolton, works in a dart shop, so he should have some good gear.
Well, yeah, he should have the best quality equipment, shouldn't he? And he should have tried everything as well, so I'm assuming that his darts, flights and stems will be perfect for him.
What about Adrian Lewis? Hasn't won this, come close. Could this be his year?
Well, the final that he lost to Phil Taylor, he averaged 106 in it. That's just ridiculous. That's winning form. But look, we know that if Adrian turns up with his best game, like so many of the others, look, he'll go on and win it. But I just think this year could be his year, but he'll need to produce it time and time again. Andrew Gilding felt the wrath of his ability last year. I think Joe will feel the same this year.
Over to Rod Harrington and Rod Studd.
Thanks, Wayne. Thanks, Dave. Yeah, Joe Murnan, older than Adrian Lewis by a year, but in terms of darting experience, light years behind the 2 times former champion of the world.
58.
As the guys were saying, never won the match play, Adrian Lewis. Can count himself unlucky, Rob, that he didn't win it in 2013 when he had that magnificent semi-final win over Michael van Gerwen, and then ran into a bus with Phil Taylor in the driver's seat. He averaged 106 and still got beat in that final. Can't do much about that, Rod.
No, there's some games you just say, hands up Cadbury's, that was one of those who still played well, and when you move into the tournaments after that, you've got to move into those with a lot of confidence. But AD should be very confident that he can get over Joe. This is pretty alien to him. First time on this big Blackpool stage and a good noisy crowd. It's possibly, Rod, the hottest stage that Joe will ever play on. The other stages are never ever this hot. This is like over 100 degrees up there.
As you see from the shirt, his nickname is Shaggy. There's been nothing shabby about Joe Murnan's start, though, with the darts. Possible 15-dart leg. That leaves double 12.
77.
Well, that would have settled him down straight away. And this, well, AD's not going to take it out. Well, we've seen the first 3 games, Rod. 5-0, 5-0, 4-1 at the first break, which, you know, kind of nearly puts the game out of the hands of their opponents. But if Joe can just get into AD, he's got to just make him think 17-dart leg, be more than happy with that with the throw, and that's what he's got to do. He's got to take the game to AD. He's got to put AD on the back foot. We know that AD, once he gets going, it's like the Van Gerwen, and that just fires off great legs. But the more and more that Joe puts pressure on him, the less that he'll be able to do that.
Well, as you're well aware, Rob, the hardest doubles to hit are when you're looking for your first leg and when you're looking for the last leg, and he's got the first leg. And Adrian Lewis has rattled off 2 whitewashes in the last 3 first-round matches he's played at the match play. Last year, demolished Goldfinger, Andrew Gilding 10-zip. 2 years prior to that, Robert Thornton went the same way without troubling the scorers.
100.
Joe Murnan, the first player to win a tour event, as we see AD Lewis put in the first maximum of the match. They were saying Joe Murnan's the first player to win a tour event without holding a tour card. He's actually still on the Challenge Tour. He's been playing so well this year, he's jumped straight in there.
Yeah, in many ways you could say he shouldn't really be here. To all intents and purposes, he's performed a miracle to accumulate ranking points with, as you said, Rob, without a tour card to qualify for the match play. It's a darting fairy tale in itself. Tops for jackpots.
Shot in the second leg.
The maximum set up for the finish for that leg.
Well, he also had a good run in one of our European events, which has helped out, obviously, with the rankings. And that's the way the rankings are set up. If you're good enough, you get the chance. And to win a tour event, you need to win 7 games on the day. You know, Van der Voort, Adam Hunt, Van der Berg, Payne, Bunting, Gurney, and then Chisnell. I mean, that is a good class field that he's beaten.
Indeed, that was in Crawley in May.
140.
This is a more than decent start from Joe Murnan. World rank number 59 via that Crawley victory that Rod was talking about.
I have to say, in his interview, pre-match interview, he looked very nervous. He doesn't look nervous up there at the moment. He looks very comfortable.
92.
Looks like he's just trying to focus and play the dartboard. And that's exactly what he would do on this stage against Adi Lewis. Now the bullseye, he doesn't have to go for it. Sensible darts from young Joe Murnan. Don't want to mess around with that bullseye.
Well, to regain the lead and go 2-1 up, Joe Murnan from Bolton looking at the top of the shot. Yes. Very good. Average of almost 94. He's looked very authoritative on his own throw.
60.
Murnan can attack the Lewis throw here and get a breaker throw and then hold his throw. He goes in 4-1. That would certainly make Adi Lewis think twice about this game. So it could be pressure for Jackpot.
Two-time world champ Adrian Lewis, but still a darting enigma. He can entertain, he can enthrall, but he can equally frustrate Rod, can't he, Adrian Lewis? Because when he plays well, he's an absolute joy. He's like poetry. But when he's off his game, he's so frustrating to watch. Look at this. Effortless ease.
You're exactly right, Roderson. Those three darts absolutely proved it. Yes, he's one of those players like an Anderson and Van Gerwen that you pay to go and watch, but sometimes you're going to pay and you're not going to get your money's worth. But you never know what Adi is going to do. Well, now then, now a big shot here from Murnan. Lewis may only get one dart at double top, and if Murnan can hit a ton plus here, could put some pressure. And he's hit the one treble, that's the important one.
95, Adrian requires 77.
2 10s, 2 5s. We'll never know what Murnan would have done with the 108, but Lewis shut the door before he had a chance to show us. He's held throw pretty comfortably, Rod, hasn't he, in his first two legs that he started. He'd be very, very happy if he can go into the break 3-2 up on throw.
This is a pressure leg for Joe Murnan. Although he's throwing first, he's got to hold on to it. Because if Adi goes into his first break, 3-2 up and with a break, we could see Adrian Lewis come off the break with all guns a-blazing. And it'll be the first bit of pressure Joe Murnan will witness. And at the moment, I have to say, he's looking very cool.
140.
Well, that's his fourth ton 40 visit. So pretty much won every leg.
56.
He's got half a dozen darts from 205.
Didn't really attack that 205, so it opens the gate up for Adi Lewis. A couple of trebles, now the treble 18.
138. You require
5-6. It's possible. His first dart sits in the top of the treble, and it's certainly going to be possible.
160.
First break opportunity of this darts match. He's got 2 darts at double 4, and the former world champion strikes just before the break. Opportunity came knocking, and Adrian Lewis took the chance. He leads 3-2 with that break of throw against match-play debutant Joe Murnan. World Matchplay 2015. Simon Whitlock had a good night, first big TV win for a year over Jelle Klaassen. Then we saw snakebite Peter Wright really turn it on with a 108 average, beating Kim Huybrechts 10-5. Michael van Gerwen, #1 seed and Matchplay favourite, through 10-4 against countryman Benito van der Pas. And now we're witnessing Adrian Lewis edging Joe Murnan. 3-2, a breaker throw in the 5th leg, giving Jackpot the advantage after Murnan had led 1-0 and 2-1. Would be a significant break from Lewis, who'd gone through the first 4 legs in 2nd or 3rd gear, but then just tapped the turbo in leg 5, made the break, goes off with a biggie at the start of the 6th.
Yes, that was the first real big pressure leg for Joe Murnan, that 5th. He had to win that.
81.
Letting Lewis break the throw and go into the break and come out on the break now. Big scores, and as you can see, 80's just over the 100 average.
93.
This is where Joe got to dig deep. Try and break back as soon as possible. As if Lewis starts to get in front again, then we see fireworks with 45. The 180s and the 140s.
Adrian Lewis, we mentioned, got to the final in 2013, twice a losing semi-finalist in 2007 and 2011, quarter-finalists last year, throwing darts like that over those runs deep into the World Matchplay tournament, seeded #4 this year. Would play either Michael Smith or Gerwin Price in the next round, but a potential collision course with snakebite Peter Wright in the quarter-finals. That'd be worth having a ticket for.
A mere formality for Adi Lewis. Yes, and as you say, Rod, the way Peter Wright played tonight, that could be a mouth-watering encounter. I mean, that was setting your stall out.
Super, wasn't it?
It was. 108 average, and the 136 and the 161 to finish it off. That's when Kim Huybrechts thought he was getting back into the game as well.
57.
Well, Peter Wright has become a serious player, as I said in the match. He's gone from being a show pony to being a thoroughbred racehorse. Super darts from Joe Murnan. No ordinary Joe there. His first maximum of the match.
Yes, you're right about right. People think he dances about the stage too much, but don't forget that he is a class player with plenty of bottle as well.
100.
He doesn't care who he plays. But it was the first 180 for Joe Murnan on the Blackpool stage. And let's hope he gets plenty more.
121. You require 124.
Well, he can go 14 bull. But good trouble, yeah. Okay, he had 64 left. He wanted treble 8 for tops. Fair enough. Mind you, the 40's going to be under a spot of pressure as Jackpot hits his 3rd max.
Well, you require 40.
That's where the experience of the big stage counts. Like in leg 5, Adi Lewis could nick this leg. Double 5 and double 5 he hits. And a sucker punch for Joe Murnan from Adrian Lewis. Lewis now leads 5-2 and 3 clear darts to get yourself back in the game. Up to 4-3. Big blow for Joey Murnan.
Well, that's the difference in big game, big time darts matches on big stages. He'd done everything pretty much according to the darting textbook. He turned down a bull to leave 3 darts and a double, 3 clear darts and double, but missed them. And when you miss this level, it's very likely your opponent is going to hit and hit and hit. 5 maximums. Adrian Lewis averaging 101 and bits.
$58.
5 180s, 3 140s. He's nearly hit as many 180s as he has straight tons. That's incredible power scoring from two-time world
150.
champion.
This is a terrific tournament. Any time we turn up at Blackpool, but this year, Ron, I particularly want to salivate over. There's so many stars in the darting galaxy looking ready to turn it on. We've already seen Wright, Lewis, Van Gerwen. Haven't even seen the world champion Gary Anderson or the reigning match play champ Phil Taylor yet.
92nd maximum.
Adrian, you require 16.
Double 8 for Lewis. Australian 75% on his doubles. And Lewis is in comfortable mode
Game on.
on the big Blackpool stage this evening. And you just have to go back to that 5th leg. If it had been Joe that could have held on to that, then a bit of extra pressure. But when AD,
140.
is in that confident mood, he really is tough to peg back.
He looks smooth.
177.
Well, this is his 11th appearance at the match play jackpot. The previous 10, he's only twice lost in the first round. Kevin McDine in 08, 2010 against Mark Webster. Can't treat us to a 9-darter in this leg,
93.
as he did in the World Championship. Of course, in that memorable match with Raymond van Barneveld, which he ultimately lost. I think he's still trying to work out how he lost.
100.
He looks good tonight, Rod, doesn't he?
140.
He's
He
a
does.
joy to watch, isn't he, when he plays like this?
But we have seen this so many times from AD, haven't we? And then all of a sudden just gets off the boil. And the thing with the game nowadays, you go off the boil
91.
once and you're out. That's how good this field is.
Eve Charles in a 9th leg.
Well, that's 6
Adrian
consecutive
Lewis.
legs
Tippling Adrian
for Adrian
to
Lewis, from
reverse.
1-2 down to 7-2 up. To mention no strangers to reeling off rafts of legs consecutively
96.
in this tournament. Those 2 10-0 whitewashes.
I think we're right in saying, Rod, that AD should have won more tournaments, majors, with
85.
his skill level than he actually has. I mean, to say, he's won 2 World Championships, that's incredible.
And the UK Open, of course, but when we're talking about the real biggies, the
60.
tournaments in the Triple Crown, the Premier League, the World Championship and the Match Play, you can't stick just in front of 2 World Championships. That would be preposterous. Anyone with 1 World Championship deserves the utmost respect, but
139.
multiple World Champions, well, that's at a different level. So Adrian Lewis must be regarded as one of the all-time greats because he has multiple world titles.
58.
I totally agree. I just feel he should have put
Yes, your point's well made.
a
He
few
should have
more
won
on there, yeah, with that skill level.
60.
But let's not forget, he's only 30 years old. For a dart player, that's possibly not even in his prime yet.
Well, for anybody when you get to our age, Rod,
59.
30s. Very young. Chance for Murnan here. Look, if you said to Joe Murnan you'll go up and you'll average the thick end of 95, you'll hit 2 180s,
59.
you'd probably say that's a pretty good match play debut, but he hasn't been able to live with the firepower of Adrian Lewis.
58. Joe, you require 158.
Well, just needs 1 treble at this visit, put a bit of pressure on, which he's got.
Well,
that's set it up absolutely perfect for Joe Murnan. And we've seen this miss by Van Gerwen and Lewis. Surely this time.
145. Joe, you require 24.
You talk about close. That's in. And Joe Murnan stops the Lewis winning streak at 6 legs. It's now 7-3, but Adrian Lewis is still cruising towards a place in the second round of the match play, unless there's a match play miracle in store from Murnan. 7-3 to the former world champion. Welcome back to the match play. Simon Whitlock, the first man through to the last 16. 10-4 walloping of Yellowclass. Also through the highly impressive Peter Wright. 10-5 against Kim Huybrechts. Still hasn't won a game at the match play. Michael van Gerwen certainly has, and he's through to round 2, beating fellow Dutchman Benito van der Pas. And it looks like Adrian Lewis will join those 3 players in the next round. He's 7-3 up on Bolton's Joe Murnan, who's making his debut here. Murnan led 2-1 early on in the piece, but since then it's been pretty much all Adrian Lewis. Lewis averaging 101.5, 5 maximums and 7 out of 10 at the double. Impressive stats. Impressive performance, Rod Harrington.
It isn't what we normally say. Just get over the finishing line with this first round game. But Lewis, like Wright, have really want to set their stall out. It's the 6th maximum that Lewis has hit. That's pretty impressive power scoring from Jackpot.
135.
Can you, Adrian? A surprise
140
to him and us that he didn't follow that first trailblazing dart with 2 more. And then it would have been interesting.
Well, surely we're going to have the 9 darter. We've got it. We're well overdue the perfect leg.
Well, the way he's throwing,
140.
if he carries on like that this week, there's every chance it'll be Adrian Lewis who gets it. Six we've had at the match play since that iconic moment in 2002, including that one when Phil Taylor hit the 9 against Chris Mason. 10 dart leg, 11 dart leg, double 9. Bust.
No score.
And in this leg we've seen Adrian Lewis in a nutshell, haven't we? The magnificent treble 20 hitting and suddenly an error which could let the opponent in.
It's got to be the bullseye for Murnan. The bullseye, it is. But he's a hold on to his throw. And it's back to 7-4. And he's only got to break 80 once, and all of a sudden, the confidence will grow from Murnan.
140.
But you feel it's going to have to be a 12 dart leg. Because the way 80 is scoring, he's not going to give Murnan
100.
anything really to pick on, is he?
Yeah, no. I don't think Adrian Lewis has been remotely worried by that little bit of a slip at the back of that leg and Murnan's 86 on the ball. I think Adrian Lewis knows 2 things. 1, he is playing top quality stuff, and 2, without being rude, he's a better player than Joe Murnan. So I don't think he's going to be concerned by the loss of that odd leg. I think he'll recompose and get the job done.
55.
Yes, you're right. I mean, AD knows Joe really well. He's been on the challenge and been topping up the Pro Tours for 18 months now.
140.
And he knows that this is Joe's first attempt on this big stage, and it does make a big difference. You can't buy experience, you can only earn it, and this is the first
60.
time that Joe is earning some experience.
.76, you require 146.
We haven't seen a three-figure finish
71. You require 149.
in this match. Not going to see one from Lewis. Maybe we'll see one from Murnan. Not now. The highest finish of the match remains Adrian Lewis's 91. Murnan's best, the 86 we saw in the last leg.
You require 75.
Pretty handy when it comes to two dart finishes. Cross to the sixes. Well, now there's 69. A chance for Joe Murnan to break the throw and really get seriously back in this game. Double top.
Number 10.
46.
Well, half chances have to be taken. Lewis, the bottom of the board. Now one for the Madhouse.
No score.
Well, there's been some fumbling at the finishing from Adrian Lewis.
7.
Says Lewis can't believe it.
Well, if he's going to miss, he wants to put it just on the top wire. Give himself a good guide. Oh, that is perfect. An absolute perfect guide. And that's why 9 and length from the first dart makes it so much easier to put the second dart in. There we can see that. Absolutely perfect. The fins of the flight was sitting there perfectly just to come in.
Well, for the first time in the darts match, Joe Murnan has won consecutive legs. He's needed a helping hand from Adrian Lewis on both of them. Lewis first a double in both, couldn't get the job done. Lost his score on one visit, then got in a pickle. Ended up on
60.
double one. Said a leg and a half ago that he wasn't looking worried and looked still in control of the match. There will come a point he doesn't maintain control and he will start to get worried. And he has lost some unlosable matches over the years, Adrian Lewis. I recall one at the World Grand Prix in Dublin. Set play. Won the first set 3-0, went 2 legs up in the second set and lost to John Part.
Well, Joe Murnan shouldn't lose this leg from here now. So we go to 7-6.
You require 121.
All of a sudden, the pressure is going to be on AD. He really has going to have to stay focused and dig deep. What you say, Rod? All of a sudden, silly little misses in the game absolutely turn the pressure. Because there's no pressure on Joe. He just thinks, well, I'm getting battered here. I'll just relax.
120.
Well, it would have potentially been a meaningless maximum even without the bounce out. Murnan looking at 54 for 24. 20 for tops then. To make it 3 legs on the spin and close within 1, and that is exactly what he has done. And it's Adrian Lewis's drop-off that's causing the problem here, because Joe Murnan is averaging pretty much exactly the same as he has been all match. Lewis, by contrast, is now averaging the mid-90s from the mid-hundreds, 105, 104 or so.
Well, it certainly isn't the leg for AD to go missing on the treble for 6 to 9 darts.
140.
It's the third 140 in the last 2 legs from Murnan.
100.
Scraped the 100 in there. So in actual fact, Murnan's more or less got the throwback.
Well, there were times over the years, Rod, that Adrian Lewis, he kept nodding off in the middle of the matches so badly that you felt he needed to take an alarm clock up on stage. And then suddenly he wakes up.
I think the alarm clock has just gone off.
It has. Very important leg, isn't it, Rod, on the Lewis darts to re-establish clear daylight.
131.
And those 2 visits as he turns the Switch, flicks the switch back on again, dozen darts thrown, leaves double 16.
The first 6 darts to this leg, he only hit 1 treble. That's where Joe needed to really punish him. But double 16 for a 13-dart leg. And he goes back to 2 legs clear, 1 leg away.
15 flags,
His win here at the match play. The Winter Gardens, a packed crowd here on Saturday night. And what a night of darts it's been. I don't remember a first night like this ever.
28.
What a funny old performance for Adrian Lewis. For the first 9-10 legs of this match, he was imperious. Then in the next 4 legs, he's been scratching, patchy.
140.
You just would not want to make a living, Rod, wouldn't you, of trying to bet on what Adrian Lewis will throw next?
It's impossible. I think your house might be going somewhere.
One of his great charms as a darts player. That's why we love to watch him play.
Well, you know, going in and out of form, you normally put down to the first round. But after the first round, or when you start moving into the quarterfinals, that sort of consistency normally means you're going to lose. So 80, capable of throwing 104, 105 right the way across the board, leg on leg. Well, we see Peter Wright finish this to win his game, and we are not going to see 80. Well, a visit without a treble might hurt.
82.
It's not too bad.
You require 156.
Well, a breaker throw would give him all the insurance he needs, Adrian Lewis. And he's going to get a chance to do just that.
140.
Well, good darts from Joe Murnan. He's asked the question.
79.
Double 11. He won his first World Championship on double 11. And he's moved to within a leg of the second round of the match play on the self-same double.
Game on.
He's regained his darting equilibrium and composure. Brilliant. His 8th of the match. Well, what a strange match it has been. 7-2 up Adrian Lewis. Suddenly lost 4 off the reel. 7-6. When Murnan threatened him, he's then gone 8-6, 9-6. Gone up with a max here.
95.
Should be close to the finishing line.
Yes, he can relax again, Canady. I've seen a good performance from Joe Murnan, his first time on this big stage.
59.
He's only going to learn from this, and the more and more he plays, obviously, he will get better. He's a good cool customer, though.
Yeah, I think he can be pleased with his performance. He's not rolled over. He's seen a couple of maximums, 12 140s, average 94. It seems as though that will not be enough.
95.
But it's been by no means
61.
an easy night for Adrian Lewis. He was pushed mid-match. 81 left.
99. Adrian requires
Well,
72.
he has been pretty good at these checkouts, the 2 dart checkouts. 16, double top. This is for the match.
52.
Dart, so Murnan
requires
does come
62.
back. Oh, this is not over yet.
But it might be if he misses double top. And he has not missed double top, and he's shown the bottle for the battle. Stays in the battle. Adrian Lewis missing 1 dart for the match. Murnan, last dart in hand, double top. Fair play to you, sir. And now if he can hold, he'll force Adrian Lewis to serve out the match. on his own darts.
140.
This is where Adie's got to finish it here and now.
139.
Does not want to go another leg because the pressure will be on him. And then Murnan will be the one on the run. It's all about
96.
pressure, the pressure you put on your opponent. And Murnan's been hanging on in there, just picking up on Adie Lewis's mistakes. I know it's only the odd
97.
dart, but it is the odd dart that can cost you the game. And so Murnan still got the throw.
133. You require 132.
Well, 6 darts from here. I can't believe he'll go for that bullseye. He has gone for the bullseye. Do you know what, Rod? I'd have still gone on the treble 20s there. You know, I just think that's a mistake. And at this time of the game, just go up, hit a straight ton, leave yourself double 16 or even double top, come back. Now he's only coming back for perhaps 1 dart at the bullseye.
Coming back under pressure, that's for sure. Because Lewis is waiting to pounce. 14 ball. That's all he's got left. A shot at the bull. And it might be his last shot.
You require 40.
Toss of the match, and Adrian Lewis averages 99 with 8 maximums and getting the job done against a belligerent Joe Murnan, who put him under pressure mid-match, but jackpot is home, 10-7.
Relief for Adrian Lewis, job done in the end. Joe Murnan will remember his night at the match play. We'll see more of him in the years to come, I'm sure. 10-7 victory for Lewis. Earlier on, Simon Willott, first win in a major for pretty much a year. 10-4 over Jelle Klassen, 99 average. Hit a snake by right, performance of the night, 108.13 average. A 1-6-1 finish, 10-5 victory over Kim Huybrechts. Michael van Gerwen wasn't really troubled by Benito van der Pas, 99 average, 56% on the doubles, a 10-4 victory for him. And Adrian Lewis a 10-7 win over Joe Murnan. 8-1-8s for Lewis, pretty good game. Double session, Super Sunday at the match play. Afternoon kicks off with Mervyn King against Andrew Gilding. Ian White, who's the 9th seed against Stephen Bunting. Justin Pine takes on Jamie Lewis, and Michael Smith against Gerwyn Price. Evening session, 7 o'clock, Sky Sports 1. Kicks off with Brendan Dolan against Vincent van der Voort. Terry Jenkins, twice finished runner-up at the World Match Play against Mensur Suljovic. Gary Anderson, on course for the Triple Crown, takes on Steve Beaton. And James Way, 2007 champion, against Kyle Anderson, the Aussie. Rod Harrington's with me in the studio. Rod, what did you make of that performance from Lewis? It was a bit scary at times for him, wasn't it?
I think it was a typical Lewis performance. You know, at times absolute sheer brilliance, and then all of a sudden goes off the board a little bit, and that's when he let Joe back in. And if Joe would have got it to 9-8, then that would have been huge pressure on Adie. But he just seems to pull out, you know, great legs at the right time. You know, a 13 dart, a 12 dart when he really needs it, and that's why he's a double world champion.
But that's the story of Adrian Lewis, isn't he? Sometimes does things the hard way.
I know, I mean, if you're backing Adrian Lewis, you're sitting on the edge of your seat all the time. And he does. He never really, you know, all right, the last couple of years he's done some 10-0s. But that could have been a real banana skin for Adie, even to let Joe back in there that late on in the game. Because the pressure would have been on Adie and not on Joe.
How did he cope with that pressure? Adrian Lewis talking to Rod Studd.
Thanks, Dave. Adrian, well done. Safely through to round 2. Funny game, though, wasn't it, that for you?
I wouldn't say it was safely through. I think, personally, I thought he played really well. I mean, I bust double 14, well, double 11, sorry, hitting double 14. And he got a ball finish. And I thought, right, come on now. And you know, I had to keep going at him all the time because he kept coming back, and it was tough. It was a tough game.
Were you worried at any point? Because he played so well early on to go from 2-1 down, 1-6 on the trot. But as he came back, did you start to get a little bit twitchy?
Well, you do. I mean, at certain patch there, I mean, one of the legs there kicked him 58, 59, 60. You know, you can't afford to do that. and then obviously he won the leg and broke me through. That's what I'll concentrate on next game. First round's always going to be tough anyway, you know, against an unknowner as well. You're always under the cosh anyway, so if I go out there, you know, I thought I performed, you know, steady. But I know my form's good, so I can build on that now.
You've had some really good runs in this tournament without quite being able to get your hands on the famous old trophy. I mean, you were a bit unlucky in the final against Phil because he played so well. Yeah. But do you feel in the kind of form to have another good pop in it?
I think I'm in the form now where I can win it. And I do think I'll win it. I do. I think in my own mind, I'm thinking at the minute, I think I'm in the best form probably in my whole career. I think I put the work in over, you know, hour after hour after hour. And I really feel now as if I'm building towards something special.
Do you think you're in the form of the famous "I am the best in the world" Adrian Lewis quote?
That was a Keith Dallas quote, not mine.
No, you said it as well. We keep playing it. Don't worry about that.
And he keep playing it, but Keith Dallas said to me, "Tell him that." So that's where that come from. I just like to say that. But in all fairness, right, I won 2 world titles, and I went on to win that one. It was obviously proven. At that time, I must have been the best in the world, must I? If I've won 2 on the back-to-back.
I'm not going to argue with you, Adrian. You're still in the tournament. Don't worry about that. And we'll see how well you can go, because it looks like it's going to be a terrific tournament. Well played tonight.
Cheers, Rod. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.
Keith Taylor giving him quotes. What's going on, Rod Harrington?
I know, that's typical Keith, though, isn't it?
What do you make of Adrian Lewis? I mean, very bullish there. Said Murnan played well, which he did. It says he could and perhaps will win this tournament.